Okay, up next we have Ari Kimball.
The Woman at the Washington Zoo by Randall Durrell. Saris go by me from the embassies. Cloth from the moon, cloth from another planet. They look back at the leopard, like the leopard. And I, this print of mine that has kept its color alive through so many cleanings, this dull, null navy I wear to work, wear from work, and so to my bed, so to my grave. No complaints, no comment, neither from my chief, the deputy chief assistant, nor his chief. Only I complain. This serviceable body that no sunlight dyes, no hand suffuses, but dome shadowed, withering among columns wavy beneath fountains small, far off. Shining in the eyes of animals, these beings trapped, as I am trapped, but not themselves the trap. Aging, but without knowledge of their age, kept safe here, knowing not of death. For death, oh, bars of my own body, open, open. The world goes by my cage and never sees me. There, come not to me as come to these, the wild beasts, sparrows pecking the llama's grain, pigeons settling on the bear's bread, buzzards tearing the meat the flies have clouded. Vulture, when you come for the white rat that the foxes left, take off the red helmet of your head, the black wings that have shadowed me, and step to me as man. The wild brother at whose feet the white rose fawn, to whose hand of power the great lioness stalks, purring. You know what I was. You see what I am. Change me. Change me.
Okay, up next we have Miguelangel.
Spanglish, by Tato Laviera. Pues estoy creando Spanglish, Bicultural System, Scientific Lexicographical, Intertextual Integration. Two expressions existentially wired. Two dominant languages continually abrazándose en coloquial combate. Las aceras del Soyo. Imperio Spanglish emerge, control pandillaje sobre territorio bilingual. Las novelas mexicanas mixen with radio rock and roll. Condimenta cocina lore. Immigrant, migrant. Nissan mispronouncement. Baraja, chismoteo, social club, hip hop prieto, street salsa, corner soul y mezclando Spanish pop. Farándula, standard English classroom with computer technicalities. Spanglish is literally perfect. Spanglish is ethnically snobby. Spanglish is cara holy inteligencia. With U.S. slang, do you speak?
Okay, we got Haniez Hollie.
Invisible Children by Mariana Llanos. Invisible children fall through the cracks of the system, like Alice in the rabbit hole. But these children won't find an eat me cake or drink me bottle. They won't wake up on the lap of a loving sister. They'll open their eyes on the hand of a monster called negligence. will poke at them with its sharp teeth and bait them with its heartless laughter like a wild thing on a wild rumpus. But the children won't awake to the smell of a warm supper. Nor will they find a purple crayon to draw an escape door or window. Instead, they'll make a mirror out of a murky puddle on the city street, which won't tell them they're beautiful, but it'll show their scars, as invisible to others as these children are.
This is Catie Bair.
Mezzo came in by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Half of my life is gone, and I have let the years slip from me and have not fulfilled the aspiration of my youth to build some tower of song with lofty parapet. Not indolence, nor pleasure, nor the fret of restless passions that would not be stilled, but sorrow and a care that almost killed kept me from what I may accomplish yet. Though halfway up the hill, I see the past lying beneath me with its sounds and sights, a city in the twilight, dim and vast, with smoking roofs, soft bells, and gleaming lights. And here above me, on the autumnal blast, the cataract of death, far thundering from the heights.
Pat. We just did James Lilda, and so we'll go to the next person after that. So that's just a little program we're at right now. We'll be back probably in about 5 minutes and go to the last 8 performers. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, this is Burdette.
I am offering this poem by Jimmy Santiago Bach. I am offering this poem to you since I have nothing else to give. Keep it like a warm coat when winter comes to cover you, or like a pair of thick socks the cold cannot bite through. I love you. I have nothing else to give you. So does pot full of yellow corn to warm your belly in winter. Is a scarf for your head to wear over your hair to tie up around your face. I love you. Keep it, treasure this as you would if you were lost, needing direction in the wilderness life becomes when mature, and in the corner of your drawer, tucked away like a cabin or Hogan in dense trees, come knocking, and I will answer. Give you directions and let you warm yourself by this fire, rest by this fire, and make you feel safe. I love you. It's all I have to give and all anyone needs to live and to go on living inside when the world outside no longer cares if you live or die. Remember, I love you.
Okay, up next we have Chiara Brown.
Emily Dickinson at the Poetry Slam by Dan Beer. I am offering this poem to you since I have nothing else to give. Keep it like a warm coat when winter comes to cover you, or like a pair of thick socks the cold cannot bite through. I love you. I have nothing else to give. So does pot full of yellow corn to warm your belly in winter. Is a scarf for your head to wear over your hair to tie up around your face. I love you.
I will tell you why she rarely ventured from her house. It happened like this. One day she took the train to Boston, made her way to the darkened room, put her name down in cursive script, and waited her turn. When they read her name aloud, she made her way to the stage, straightened the papers in her hands, pages and envelopes, backs of grocery bills. She closed her eyes for a minute, took a breath, and began. From her mouth, perfect words exploded, intact formulas of light and darkness. She dared to rhyme with words like cochineal and described the skies like diadem. Obscurely worded incantations filled the room with an alchemy that made very molecules quake. Solitary words she handled in her upstairs room with keen precision came rumbling out to make the electric lights flicker. 40 members of the audience were treated for hypertension. 20-year-old dark-haired beauties found their heads had turned a Moses white. Her second poem erased the memory of every cell phone in the nightclub, and by the fourth line of the sixth verse, grandmother in the upstairs apartment had been cured of her rheumatism. Papers reported the power outages. Area hospitals taxed their emergency generators, and sirens were heard to wail through the night. Quietly, she made her way to the exit, walked to the terminal, and rode back to Amherst. She never left her room again, and never read such syllables aloud.
Let's give a big round of applause for all of our performers and our judges.